Is this a photo of you when you were younger? I ask innocently, trying to conceal my excitement. I'm eager to know if the answer is as expected. Does it look anything like me? I hear Phi Ploy's sweet voice from behind before she moves over to stand beside me. Here. I press my finger against the dimple on her cheek as I look at her with sparkling eyes. This right here is exactly the same. The astute woman's brilliant gaze meets and locks with mine. I openly flirted, but she did not respond. I'm beginning to feel embarrassed, so I clear the air by returning our attention to the woman in the photograph. I am beginning to contemplate the possibility of my success. If she did not respond to Phi J's flirting, wouldn't I have to withdraw, looking foolish? You got your mother's eyes and dimples. I'm not sure about that. Everyone tells me I look like my father. She says this with an amused smile on her face. Her eyes, though, are not at all cheerful. Is this what we were looking for? The presentation of the diamond earring, which I pretended to lose, changes the topic. Yes, it is. Where did you find it? On the sofa. It was in an obscure corner. She mesmerizes me with her eyes. Her face is etched with a smile I can't interpret. Am I overthinking this, or is she a different woman than when we first met? Hello. What are you doing? Can we talk? Is it urgent? I whisper into the phone, looking over at Phi Ploy, who is now sitting on the sofa to give me some privacy. I have some news regarding Phi Pei. Okay, stay on the line. Give me a minute. Okay. Phi Ploy, I've got to get going. I have a pressing matter. When I hear the name of the person I'm looking for, I suddenly feel a sense of urgency. My two legs sprint out of the room, not waiting for the owner of the room to send me off. As soon as the door separates me from Phi Ploy's room, I immediately resume my conversation with my friend from where we left off. What do you have, Jeeb? Did you know that Phi Golf has returned to Thailand? Do you want to go talk to him? Didn't he introduce you to Phi Pei? He's back. I haven't checked my messages in weeks. Recently, he has been pushing for a status between us. It makes me really uncomfortable, so I don't want to speak with him. Ah, he's your number one fling. The person on the phone laughs. Did you know that your number 2 to number 5 flings are also aware that you've returned? Wasn't it because you asked me to promote your latest collection? My messages have been flying through the roof. I don't even want to open my chat. Pun, why don't you just choose one to date seriously? What are you saying? They are just friends that I hang out with. You're heartless. And what about the marriage license with Phi Pei? I will arrange to meet with everyone and sort things out, okay? I'm starting to get tired of it all too. Wow, you completed your degree studies overseas. I thought you would have changed. I said I'll take care of it just now. Are you planning to meet up with Phi Golf as well? I think you should. Maybe you can get some information out of him. I ponder as I round the corner and come to a halt in front of the elevator. I don't want to go in yet because I'm afraid there will be no signal inside. I'll think about it later. I want to tell you something first. What is it? It's about the woman who picked me up from the nightclub. Ploy Picha, who appears in the series Fatal Trickery, which is currently airing on Channel 13. The rating is quite high. Phi J is very sassy. My mother enjoys watching it, but she constantly criticizes Phi J. H-A-H-A. Could you ask Phi Prang about the ending? H-Wanjeeb, focus. What I'm about to tell you is... I pause for effect. What? Spill it. Do you think I'm attractive? Geez, yes. Am I attractive enough to woo an older woman? What are you up to, Pun? I want a girlfriend. What? I want this woman, Jeeb. Geez, have you lost your mind because you were dumped? You cannot flirt with every person you meet. Listen to me, H-Wanjeeb. Phi Ploy and Phi Pei have the same mother. They're siblings. Crazy. How did you know that? Wait, is Phi Pei's last name Periacorn? No, but I'm confident they have the same mother. And Phi Ploy was just on the phone with someone she referred to as Phi. They're planning a meeting. And what are you planning to do? I just want to ask her something, but she's extremely reserved. She chooses her words carefully. She is not very chatty. I can tell she is not going to open up about her personal life easily. I'd like to get intimate. If she has feelings for me, she may say more. I don't want to be impatient and get nothing from her, like I did with Phi Nop. I don't believe that's it. Pun, you simply cannot change your habit of flirting with everyone. What if she genuinely likes you? What if Phi Ploy genuinely likes me? That is something I haven't considered. I doubt it will go that far either. I just want to get closer to her a little. Once I get my answer, it's over. I'm not hitting on her for real or anything. Pun, don't play with other people's feelings. It's not okay to trust someone only to discover later that everything was a lie. You watched too many series, GB. Don't be so dramatic. According to what I know about her, she is not naive. She wouldn't fall for someone easily. She appears to be quite a player in her own right. Even so, she is, however, too attractive to be drawn to a jobless kid like you. She should be dating a handsome trillionaire from high society. Jeeb, do you know why people spend their money on something? Because they want it. Absolutely. It is all about emotions. If we want something badly enough, our brains will find a reason to buy it, even if it has no practical use in our lives. Don't get all academic on me. Just get to your point. I may not be better than all the others in her life, but if she feels more for me, I have a chance. At the very least. I know she likes women. I don't know or care about her taste, Pun, but I'm not with you on this. Find other options, or we could hire a detective. I'll lend you money. You could also ask your father to ask for help from his police team. Can you please get me Phi Pei's address? It shouldn't be too difficult if he has the same mother as a famous person. I will accept responsibility for how things with Phi Ploy play out. And as for Phi Golf, I'll meet with him when I have time. Pun, I hope you fall as deeply as you made Phi Ploy fall for you. I curse you as a friend who does not want you to continue doing this. I have to go. I'm entering the elevator. I have never had to take the initiative before. Others approached me throughout my life, and I simply enjoyed myself and went along because of my adolescent hormones. I'm open to talking with anyone who can broaden my horizons. However, I have never imagined myself hitting on a woman before. As the elevator door opens, my mind races with a million different ideas. Then I realized I was so rushed to leave Phi Ploy's room and chat with Hwanjeeb that I forgot to bring the earring I was looking for from Phi Ploy's room with me. I thus make my way back to Phi Ploy's room. Did you forget something? When I ring the doorbell and see my target standing beaming on the other side of the door, the fire inside me burns brightly. I gave the sweetest smile I could muster, tilting my head ever so slightly to let my hair cascade down. As I admit my clumsiness and enter her room, I make an exaggerated, embarrassed gesture. We're looking each other in the eye. The owner of the room walks over to get my lovely accessory and hands it to me. If she places it on my palm, everything will go according to plan tonight. I'll put the earrings in my pants pocket and ask if I could treat her to dinner as a thank you. It would guarantee that I would see her again. I'll take my time walking to the door and part with a dreamy smile that will linger. Yet, instead of placing my earring on my palm, Phi Ploy moves intimately close to me in a manner that catches me off guard. The instant our toes collide and that breathtaking face tilts to meet my gaze, I am paralyzed. Those glittering eyes look at me as if I'm a lavish meal or a mouth-watering appetizer. Everything else fades into silence. All I can hear is the steady beating of my heartbeat close to my temples. When her slender hand reaches out as if to touch my face, I swallow hard and freeze like a robot. However, she simply sweeps my hair behind my ear, leaving my neck exposed to the naked eye. Her nose moves in so close that the feel of her breath on my skin gives me goosebumps all over. Her distinct, alluring scent is so seductive that I unconsciously close my eyes when her cold fingers caress my ear. Don't lose it again. Her voice has the power of a spell. It disperses the enchanted mist that was once here. After Phi Ploy takes a step back, I can breathe again. She stands still and looks at me with a slight smile on her face. Okay. I flutter my eyelids as I gather myself. I feel like a dumb character in a play or novel who stutters when she can't hide her feelings. Okay. That is so stupid. I meant to flirt with her, but I was knocked out. It was so horrific that I won't tell even my closest friends about it. To be honest, aside from that badass senior who taught me a life lesson when I was a freshman in college, my heart has never raced so fast for anyone else. I think I've met the real deal. I can still hear the pounding near my temples. It's louder on my left side right now because that's where I'm carrying the accessory Phi Ploy has put on me as I return to my room, defeated. Life is a book with a story inside, and I believe this story will be more than just about my bad days. My game plan will have to be more rigorous the next time around.